Sunshine Shiksha Learners Library. In today's video, we are going to discuss about the most toughest interview question, but yet general questions, how to answer them in a better way. I know most of us have this difficulty answering this question. To make it simpler, I have given the question and also a sample answer, and you can plan yourself better by answering using this example. Let's get into the session. First, most commonly asked question, tell us about yourself. So in this place, instead of giving a chronological work history, focus on your strength and how they match the role. If possible, illustrate with examples. So I have given an example here. I'm really energetic and a great communicator. Working in sales for 2 years helped me build confidence and taught me the importance of customer loyalty. I have also got a track record of success. In my last role, I launched a company newsletter which helped us build on our existing relationships and create new ones. Because of this, we ended up seeing a revenue increase of 10% over 2 years. I'm also really interested in how company can use web tools to better market themselves and would be committed to building on your existing platform. Next question. Why do you want to work in this industry? So in this question, you can show the interest and your commitment towards the work that you're doing. So the expected bad answer can be, I love to shop even as a kid. I spent hours flipping through catalogs. Don't just say you like it. Anyone can do that. Focus instead on your history with a particular industry, and if you can, tell a success story. Good answer can be, I have always loved shopping, but my interest in retail marketing really started when I worked at a neighborhood boutique. I knew our clothes were amazing, but that we weren't marketing them properly. So I worked with management to come up with a marketing strategy that increased our sales by 25% in a year. It was great to be able to contribute positivity to an industry I feel so passionate about and to help promote a product I really believed in. Let's see the next question. Why are you leaving your current role? A bad answer can be, I can't stand my boss or the work I'm doing. Again, stay away from bad mouthing your job or employer. Focus on the positive side. Good answer can be, I have learned a lot from my current role, but now I'm looking for a new challenge to broaden my horizon and to gain a new skill set, all of which I see the potential for in this job. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Doing my job better or get promoted to manager. Do not stick to just talking about any position. Instead, you can show your ambitions and your commitment. There's really no right answer to this question, but the interviewer wants to know that you're ambitious, career oriented, and committed to a future with company. So instead of sharing your dream for early retirement or trying to be funny, give them an answer that illustrates your drive and commitment. Good answer can be, in 5 years, I would like to have a better understanding of this industry. Also, I really love working with people. Ultimately, I would like to be in some type of managerial role at this company where I can use my people skill and industry knowledge to benefit the people working for me and the company as a whole. What's your greatest weakness? Usually don't show your emotions or your temperament. A bad answer can be, I trust people soon. I'm very soft hearted, so I can't get the work done from people. This question is a great opportunity to put a positive spin on something negative, but you don't want your answer to be funny or too personal. Instead, try to use a real example of weakness you have learned to overcome. Good answer can be, I have never been very comfortable with public speaking, which, as you know, can be a hindrance in the workplace. Realizing this was a problem, I asked my previous employer if I could enroll in a speech workshop. They said yes. I took the class and was able to overcome my lifelong fear. Since then, I have given lots of presentation to audience of over 50 high-level executives. I still don't love it, but no one else I can tell. What do you think of your previous boss? Bad answer. He was completely incompetent and a nightmare to work with, which is why I moved on. Is really a bad answer. Remember, if you get the job, the person interviewing you will someday be your previous boss. The last thing they want is to hire someone who they know is going to bad mouth them someday. Instead of trashing your former employer, stay positive and focus on what you learned from him, no matter how awful he really was. Good answer. My last boss taught me the importance of time management. He did not put any punches and was extremely deadline driven. His attitude pushed me to work harder and to meet deadlines I never even thought were possible. What salary are you looking for? In my last job, I earned rupees 35,000, so now I'm looking for rupees 40,000. It's not the right answer. If you can avoid it, don't give an exact number. The first person to name a price in a salary negotiation loses. Instead, share about your commitment to the job itself. If you have to give a broad range based on research you have conducted on a particular role in your particular city. So you can answer this way. I'm more interested in the role itself than the pay. That said, I would expect to be paid the appropriate range for this role based on my 5 years of experience. I also think a fair salary would bear in mind the high cost of living here in city. So this answer shows the current scenario. Why should I hire you? I am the best candidate for the role. Instead, a good answer would be your qualification and experience, and that highlight what makes you unique. I have been an coordinator and administrator for past 10 years. I have also taken the time to educate myself on some of the software I regularly use. I am an Excel whiz now, which means I can work faster and take over some of what my boss would traditionally have had to do himself. What's good enough for most people is never really good enough for me. So, this says you are always looking for some kind of perfection. So, you're always giving your better. So, let's see the next question. What is your greatest failure and what did you learn from it? I never finished computer courses, and everything that happened since has taught me that giving up just because the going gets tough is a huge mistake. So, you don't want to actually highlight a major regret, especially one that exposes an overall dissatisfaction with your life. Instead, focus on a smaller but significant and how it has made you a better professional. So, what can be the answer? When I was in college, I took a computer class to supplement my curriculum. I didn't take it very seriously and assumed that computer to my engineering compared to my engineering classes, it would be a walk in the park. My failing grades at midterm showed me otherwise. I knew I had to get my act together. I spent the rest of the semester making up for it. Ended up getting a decent degree grade in the class. I learned that no matter what I'm doing, I should strive to do it to the best of my ability. Otherwise, it's not worth doing at all. You're just sharing your experience. How do you explain your gap in employment in case if you had 1 or 2 years break in between? So how can you answer? I was so tired of working and I needed a break or I just can't find a job. So let's not answer that way. Employment gaps are always tough to explain. You don't want to come across as lazy or unhireable. Find a way to make your extended unemployment seem like a choice you made based on the right reason, like it's your own choice. The answer can be my work is important to me, so I won't be satisfied with any old job. Instead of rushing to accept the first thing that comes to my way, I am taking my time and being selective to make sure my next role is the right one. Yeah. Next question. When were you most satisfied in your job? I was most satisfied when I did well and I got praised for my work. So, this says that you are always expecting an appreciation. So, instead, don't give vague answers. Instead, think about something you did well and enjoy. That will be relevant at this new job. This is an opportunity for you to share your interest, prove that you are a great fit for a job, and showcase your enthusiasm. A good answer: I am a people person. I was always happiest and most satisfied when I was interacting with customer, making sure I was able to meet their needs and giving them the best possible customer experience. It was my favorite part of the job, and it showed. I was rated as a good and excellent 95% of the time. Part of the reason I'm interested in this job is that I know I would have even more interaction with customers on an even more critical level. So, this says your commitment. Okay, next question. What did you like least about your last job? A lack of stability, or I felt tired at any time? Try and stay away from anything that draws on politics, culture, or financial health of your previous employer, even something about your health. No matter how true it might be, comments like that, these will be constructed too negative. Also, you don't want to focus on the function that might be your responsibility in the next role. So, think of something you disliked in your last job, but that you know for sure won't be part of this new role. So, what can be the expected answer? There was nothing about my last job I really hated, but I guess there were something I liked less than other. My previous role involved traveling at least twice a month. While I do love to travel, twice a month was a little exhausting. I did not like spending quite so much time out of the office, so I'm happy to see that this role involves a lot less travel. What motivates you? Doing a good job and being rewarded and appreciated for it. It's not that this answer is wrong, it's just that it is wasted an opportunity. This question is practically begging you to highlight your positive attitudes. So don't give a vague, generic response. It tells them very little about you. Instead, try and use this question as an opportunity to give the interviewer some insight into your character and use examples where possible. Answer: I've always been motivated by the challenge of meeting a tough deadline. In my last role, I was responsible for a 100% success rate in terms of delivering a product on time and within budget. I know that This job is very fast paced and deadline driven. I am more that up for the challenge. In fact, I thrive on it. So this says you are ready anytime to take up any extra responsibility. So this says how much you're committed, and it shows your positive attitude and also the responsibility that you are going to take for your future job. I'm sure these questions are going to be very, very satisfactory for the interviewer. So, practicing this and also add your own style to your answers, I'm sure you will succeed in any kind of interview, or also when you have to convince your clients and also your customers. I'm sure you liked it. Kindly like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.